Okay, so you might not like it because I showed this type of car to you before and you didn't like it. But look, this is like the exact type of one I wanted, like secondary apart from Bullet. It's a hatchback. Look, it already has an exhaust, but it's so fucking nice. You might not like it, but I do. Because this thing is, I know it sounds good too. I have to move in a few minutes, but I really am excited because it looks so fucking nice. Oh my God! It sounds good! Look at it. Look at it. It's just so nice. I want it! I want it so bad! Well, ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you my new project car, 2009 Subaru WRX STI hatchback, also known as the Slugs TI. Now, as you guys remember from the beginning of the video, or if you've been watching that long, I've been wanting this car for a very long time. This specific model, this specific spec STI ever. I fucking loved the hatchback STI. At one point in my life, which was 6-7 years ago, if I remember, I wanted this car. And it has a lot of value solely due to the fact that I fell in love with this specific chassis Subaru around the same time I was fighting my depression. And this car was half of the reason I really fought for it, or really fought my depression, because I really wanted to own the car, drive the car, and mod the car the way I wanted it. I wanted it to be modded. So there you guys have it. Finally got one. I love this thing. This thing is absolutely amazing. This car rolled into my shop a few months back to get some repairs done. Apparently it was the wing, if I remember, the wing was fading and the hood scoop started fading as well, and it rolled into the lot. And I had a lot of Subarus roll into the lot before, and I was like, oh, that's a pretty good one, but I'm not gonna buy it because why the hell would I buy it? I already have Bullet, right? But then this one rolled in, and for some reason an aura started shining on this car, and I just wanted it. Like, there was no ifs, ands, or buts. And I got the key and I started it, and this bitch had a Tome. Is that a Tome, dog? My nigga, that's a Tome exhaust, bro. So after I heard it and, you know, analyzed the car, looked at it, I completely fell in love with it, because this Subaru, it's the exact spec I would want mine. Like, back then I wanted exactly this color, these exact wheels, an exhaust like this. And if you guys heard the car extremely well, this car is not fucking normal. It's not bone stock. It's not just a Subaru with an exhaust. This thing has some aftermarket modifications and this car makes some fucking jam. And may I present to you the heart of the beast. As you can tell from far, it doesn't look like it has much of nothing until you see all this, you see all that, and you see other stuff that I don't really know. Obviously, we got the intake going on here, and a proper one too that goes all the way up to the air duct. And obviously some shit over here for the fueling, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So this car has some things going on, and if you look somewhere back there, you obviously won't be able to see it. It does have an external wastegate. And if you look very vividly right there, it got BC coilovers. You know what I mean? That's the big baller shit right there, is the BC coilovers. And I'm looking over it, and this car has a lot of shit built into it that I don't even know of. And believe it or not, I don't know shit about the car at all. At all. The only thing I know, it has a Tomei exhaust, catless downpipe, by the way. Intake, all the shit, you name it. This car moves. It's not normal. And I don't know what it has. So my first thing to look at is P&L Motorsports Automotive Performance. So I gave them the name of the last owner, and they have nothing, absolutely nothing. They don't know shit about the car at all. But I gave them a picture of the engine, and they already were able to tell that it has a bunch of aftermarket fuel components. So it got to be running E85 or flex fuel. I'm not 100% sure. Lately, I've been running it on 93, so I'm not 100% sure what it's running. But sooner or later, we are going to dig deeper and figure out what this car has, and that's going to be later on in the videos. Once we get it checked out and really figure out what this car has, because it's very interesting. Now, I bet some of you are wondering, what exactly am I planning to do with this car? You know, am I planning to keep it for the long run? What's the plan? And to be honest with you, I kind of am just planning to enjoy the car, have fun with it, mod it a little bit. I might be planning on wide bodying it later on, but my plan is to really figure out what this car has so that I can go from there. In terms of engine modifications, I don't think I'm gonna do any more than what it is, because this car is fucking scary. Like I said, I am scared every single time I drive this car. But in terms of outside exterior, I might figure out, you know, might do a wide body kit on it. But at first, I'm probably gonna do very light mods in the exterior and a lot of paint correction, because this car does have a lot of imperfections in the paint that I do not like. It's a lot that I have to work on. Even if you see all the way over here, it has a bit of a divot. It needs a lot of paint correction, I'll tell you all that. But probably that, you know, make the car look a little bit much more presentable. And then probably later on, either this summer or next summer, maybe, I'm not sure yet, do a nice wide body kit. And then after that, probably a year or two, enjoying the car a little bit more, I'm gonna get rid of this thing. And you're probably wondering why. Solely due to the fact that I really got a deal out of this car. And if I were to modify it, make my content, have fun with the dream car I wanted, I can do what I want to do to it and then get rid of it. Because after I do everything I wanted to do to this car, what next? You know what I mean? I'm not going to keep two Subarus. I obviously have to get rid of one, and it's obviously going to be this one, because Bullet is my favorite car ever, and make some money off of it. So it only makes sense, because after I do everything I need to do and make all the content I need to make off this thing, this car really has no point of being in my life after that. And I really am learning. I'm using this car as a learning curve, because believe it or not, this is the first stick car I've ever owned. I've never driven stick like as much as I'm driving. Like, I haven't driven stick in it ever, really. I driven stick but very short distances. So this is kind of my learning car. And this car is an aggressive car, because I think it has a stage 2 or stage 3 clutch. So I'm really learning the most difficult way possible with this car. But I'm learning a lot. Not just that, I'm learning more about the turbo Subaru WRX STIs and learning what I'm capable of doing and knowing the capabilities and limits of this car. So if you tell me, I think it's a good trade-off, if you know what I mean. But yeah, guys, I've owned this car for almost 3-4 months now. You know, I've been driving it a few times. I think this weekend was probably the most I've ever driven it, ever. Because I've driven it all over the place. I ran errands with it, and I'm having a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying the car, but I still was able to make a video for you guys. So there you go. I have an STI. Cool, right? I know, it's sick. But a lot of more videos coming up with this car soon. I still have a few things to kink out with this car, actually, because believe it or not, this car has no registration, and I'm literally, as you saw here, I'm doing a bunch of pulls and shit in this car without a registration. So if I were to get pulled over, they're probably gonna take the car, but let's not talk about that. So yeah, but I'm really enjoying the car. I love this car. I'm having a lot of fun with this car, and probably this car was most definitely worth buying, and I'm glad I really, you know, shoot the gun for this, because this car is fucking sick, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. And hopefully you guys are excited for this car too, and a lot of content that's coming out with this car too. I am planning on racing this once I really get to learn. As you see, my shifts are getting a little bit better, but I am planning to make more content, race it, maybe go to the drag strip, maybe, because this car's quick on a straight line and on corners too. But I'm fucking afraid of this in the corners. But there you go, ladies and gents. My Subaru WRX STI, also known as the Slugs TI. And you're probably wondering, why am I calling it the Slugs TI? Solely due to the fact that slugs, a slug is a type of bullet.
Darling,
There you guys have it. Hopefully you guys like the video, and hopefully you guys are excited for the content that's coming up for the STI. But not only the content for the STI, but for this guy over here. So if you guys like the content, I'm looking forward for the content. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow my Instagram if you want to, if you want to see some behind the scenes shit. A lot of videos are coming out for you guys soon this week, and hopefully next weekend too. We might be going to a car meet with Bullet, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully you guys like the video. Like, comment, subscribe. It's Zero, and we out this bitch.
everybody know I'm bringing the facts. And they wonder why I got it like that. Cause I put everything right on the track, and you know I'ma fuck around and let it go. I've been living like raw, I've been living, you already know. And these motherfuckers wanna take it, but never mistake it, I'm sure.